Hello everyone, welcome to our session. My name is Dev and I'm part of CrossKnot. Yeah. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. My name is Dev. Welcome to our session. And I'm a part of CrossKnot Community. So our session is a part of 36-hour virtual hackathon conducted by CrossKnot. And here we have Aditya with us who will take session on blockchain and cryptocurrency. So over to you, Aditya.
Thank you, Dave. Okay, so hello everyone. Let me share my screen. Can you confirm screen is visible?
Yes,
Can
it
you
is.
confirm me that screen is visible or not?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, cool. So, hello everyone, this is Aditya. I hope so all of you are doing good. So, before I will be taking a lecture on blockchain technology. So, before going to start the blockchain technology, what is cryptocurrency? So, a lot of you might be thinking, who is Aditya Sahu and who I am. So, let me give you my brief short introduction. So, I'm Aditya Sahu. I'm currently pursuing a Bachelor of Technology. I'm currently in third year and I'm a blockchain developer. I've been doing a blockchain development I think 6 months, and I'm the founder of LWC. So LWC is the Learn with Community, where we are encouraging our students to learn, teach, and then learn on the basis of a fundamentals. Where we are teaching a data structures and algorithms. And I'm also the coding educator intern, where we are also teaching a data structures and algorithm and some new technologies. I've been a intern 5 months, 7 months. So this is my short introduction. So let's talk about the what we are going to discuss in this today's lecture. So we are going to discuss about the blockchain. What is blockchain? This technology, and the most important part I wanna just discuss with all of you, that is the cryptocurrency versus blockchain. That is very, you can say that the misunderstanding topic via lots of persons. The cryptocurrency is same thing, blockchain is something, but these are two different things. Okay, so we are going to discuss in this session. And of course, I have already divided this whole session in a four part. In a section A, we will be talking about the blockchain. Why should I know the blockchain? There is a reason why we are just studying these about blockchain, why we are hearing this term Web3, Web2. Then we will be discussing about section B in cryptocurrency, blockchain, Bitcoin monetary policy. Then in section C, we will be talking about the consensus protocol. Ethereum is also the very hot topic nowadays. Then section D, we will be talking about the smart contracts. And then we will end the session. So let's get started. So why blockchain? We like why we have to start with the blockchain? Why should I just know the blockchain terms? What is this? So before going to know कि why what is blockchain? Why blockchain? Why blockchain is exist, right? So if I'm going to just talk about the Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, this is the version of your internet. Okay, so let me just give you the some like small introduction about Web one. Or I think all of you have already know, but it's a very important. Those don't know what is Web three. So Web one, Web two, Web three is the version of your internet. If Web one is something in there, you are just giving the information in a static web page. Okay, you are just coding. Yeah, suppose you are a developer and you want to send the information, you want to display the information, not send but only display the information in a static way, you can do it in a web 1. I think in a 1991 to 2004, it is the era of the web 1. Then web 2 came. Okay, so in a web 2, Facebook came, WhatsApp, Instagram, where user can interact, where user don't need to try to develop the application. If I'm talking about in a web 1, you should have some knowledge related to computer science things. You should know the development, how to HTML, CSS. This is the basics things, I think. But in a web 2, what is happening here key? In a web 2, non-developer, I can say key, if somebody who don't know about the what is this big software, what is this technical things, they don't know, so they can easily interact with this thing. And it is the example of, you can see here the WordPress Wix is the website where we can easily make the website without a web 2 things. So this is the basics ki blockchain is a, I have already discussed ki blockchain is a disruptive technology. What is the disruptive? Disruptive is nothing but the, that is something change. The traditional thing is totally changed by a something, that is nothing but the blockchain. The blockchain is a disruptive technology. There is the three pillars. So now I'm talking about the web 2. So web it's having their own things. You can interact with the people, you can send the messages, you can interact with the web pages and all. You can do lots of things, and we are also the, you can say that, the user of the web 2, because in a web 3 we are emerging, we are, you can say that we are converting our things from web 2 to web 3. So in a web 3, when a web 2, there is a one huge problem, that is some decentralization, or I can say that the trust issue is there. Suppose you are making some website, you are handling the data, where your data is going. So your data is stored on a some particular server, that is a central server that is managed by a some one another, some can say that the one another one particular central authority. They can temper your data, they can sell your data, and it's happening. Truecaller and your Facebook, it's a live example. They are doing the business of your data, and without business, they cannot earn any money. So it's the, you can say that the whole, you can say that the whole cell, the system in which these all things are binding. That's the nothing but the your, you can say that the your money thinking. All thing is data. Like if they want to make a money, they have to sell the data. Without that money, they can't. So there is a nothing but there is no autonomy of your data, right? There's a user, they don't know what is doing, so they don't have any autonomy of your data. Now the web3 is came. So the core motive of the web3 is decentralization. Okay, nobody is here to control your data. Everybody has their own autonomy on their data. So that's why the decentralization is coming. There is no central authorities here to control your whole system. Okay, if I'm talking about the Twitter, in Twitter, if you are posting something, you can say that the controversial thing that would affect. So there is some central authority Twitter, they can censor, they can block you. But in the decentralization, there is nothing. That's the second thing. And first thing. Then the second thing is about the transparency. Transparency is something that's very important between the two parties. If you are doing a something, if you are doing a business, so of course there are two parties who's doing the business. There is something you should have the transparency in your mind. Okay, this person has the transparency ki what I am doing, and I know ki what he's doing, he know ki what I am doing. This is the transparency we are building. So there is a something lack of transparency in a web 2 point. That's why the web 3 is came. So there is a one public ledger concept came, where you can see the data publicly. No one can tamper your data. So that's why the immutability concept is come. So this is a very three important thing. If somebody will ask you, okay, why blockchain we are studying, why this hype is going on, so it is a reason. This is the decentralization, transparency, and immutability. This is the three pillars of the blockchain. So I hope so you have cleared this why blockchain we are using. Now let's talk about the what is blockchain, right? So blockchain, if just you want to just tell the definition, so you can see my screen. Okay, blockchain is a shared immutable ledger that facilitates the process of recording transactions and tracking assets in a business network. What is the meaning of this info? So bulky what says I have mentioned it, right? So you can say blockchain is nothing but it is a shared immutable ledger. Ledger means it is something database. There you are storing all your data, all your transactions. There is a something book type you can see that is immutable. No one can tamper your data. Whatever it has written into that particular ledger, into particular book, you cannot change. That's why we are getting an immutable ledger, or it is shared. So if I'm talking about what is the correct example for this, so let's make it simple. Let's take an example of Google Docs. Okay, so we are using a Google Docs, right? So what we were doing, let's suppose I'm creating a one document, right? So what I will do, I will share that particular document to my friends. Okay, suppose I'm preparing some movie plan, and I want to just make a one to-do list and something like that. So what I will do, I will not send that copy of my particular Word or PPT, whatever. What I will do, I will just give the access to my friends so they can see the things. Okay, so what I will do, I will share my docs, I will share my PPT, right? I will share my Excel file to someone, and they can easily see the things. They can edit the things. There is a one log is generated also. You can see who has tempered my data, who has done this particular, what's the changes is done by someone. So this is very easy thing. So of course, blockchain is not easy as much as you can say that there's a Google Docs, because Google Docs is something different. But the example I want to just tell you, that is, but this is the doc file we are using. We are sharing amongst the people, and people can see the things, people can update the things. But in the immutable blockchain thing, you cannot do that these type of things. You can see the thing. That's why we can easily see the transaction what is going on. We will be a little bit later we will be seeing what I want to say. So blockchain, who invented the blockchain? So I think you will tell me, Aditya, blockchain is invented by, I think, Satoshi Nakamoto. So no, it's wrong. uh, Blockchain is not invented by the Satoshi Nakamoto. Blockchain is invented by these two people. This is nothing but the how to digitalize the time stamp. It's like this something research paper these two people has given the concepts of the blockchain, in which we were talking about the what is blockchain. The Stuart Haber and W. Scott Stornetta, it's the two people who gave in, I think, 1991 something. I don't know about the correct year, but in the 90s they had given this blockchain technology. So blockchain is not the you can say that the new technology, but yeah, the use case of this blockchain technology is used by Satoshi Nakamoto to create the Bitcoin. So we will be talking about little bit later about this, but please try to understand कि whenever somebody will ask you कि what is blockchain, so don't relate with blockchain with crypto. Crypto is something. Crypto is use case of blockchain. Blockchain is the technology on which on top of this we can make the lots of things, right? So blockchain is the concept that is given by these two people in their research. So I have already told you that the second point is saying that blockchain is a database that store the encrypted block. So let me just give you the introduction about it. What is actually the blocks? How we are looking. So okay, let me go to this website. This is the address. You can say under groundwork.com. Here you can see the simulate your data on blockchain, right? So what is I'm talking about the block is containing the data. Block is like a database. In my PPT I have mentioned a lots of things, and you are thinking ki, Aditya, please tell me the something, you can say that the practical thing ki how this is happening. So this is the best thing. You can easily come here and try to do the lots of thing experiments, right? So I will just tell you one thing ki how we are storing the data into the blockchain. So this is the block. Okay, this is the block. You can see block number one. What is nonce? So nonce is something a different concept. It will take a lots of time, but I can just tell you that about the nonce key. Nonce will help you. I hope so. You have heard about the things key. You have to create. You have to mine. You if you want to mine the block, you have to basically create or create the lots of hashes, right? So on which basis, on the top of what thing you are creating the hashes? Hashes is nothing but suppose, let me tell you the what is hash. So go into this hash thing. Okay. So whatever the data I'm just filling out, let's suppose I'm filling out cross not. Okay. So you can see there is a one hash thing. Okay. There is a one number is generating. What will happen if I will be just changing this thing now cross not, then I will just say hackathon. So you can see okay, if I will just give the space now, this will change the whole number. This will change the whole sequence of this particular hexadecimal thing. It is the hash. If I will just get back to this, you will get the again that particular same hash. If I will just give the space, the another whole thing will change. No, like this. Suppose I'm giving the space, it will change only this B and C. No, it will change the whole hexadecimal number. This is the thing, and this is the block of the blockchain. So this is the one block. Try to understand what I want to say. This is the block number. This is the node. So suppose you have sent the one BTC to someone. So let's suppose I have sent the one BTC to, let's suppose, one BTC to Arun. Okay. So this is the thing. I have okay. I have just sent. I've sent the one BTC, one Bitcoin to Arun. So this is the data. I want to store this data into the blockchain. You can see there is a hash generating. Like so, this is the hash for this particular data. So nonce will help you. You can see 72608 is the number. At this particular number, we are generating this hash. What will happen, because this is the number, and in blockchain, in Bitcoin terms, if I'm talking about in blockchain, if you want to mine the any block now, you have to reach out the target. If your particular generated hash should be lie below the particular target hash. So target hash will be, you can say that the target hash is something key, that is some checkpoint if this is the target hash, and if you want to mine the block now, so your particular generated hash should be lie between below this particular target hash. So how will you be generating a different type of hash? There are lots of hash, you have to try different, so you cannot change the data. because this is the avalanche effect. What is the avalanche effect? Avalanche effect is nothing but the whatever you have, you will just change to this particular block. Now your whole hash, your whole link will change, right? So what you will do, how will you be able to just generate the lots of hashes by the nonce? So you can see 72608. This is the currently the nonce. So I will just mine this block. Let's see, this will change. This is mining. It is taking a time because this is a network. It's taking a time. Unresponsive. Okay, refresh it. Okay, so you can see this is, I think, mine. Yeah. Okay, so okay, wait a second. Yeah, let me just quickly drop down the one BTC. I want to just tell you the mine. I don't know. I think there is a issue, but it will mine. Then it will sign you the green. Let me try. Okay, there is, I think, some website issue. Okay, so what will happen? Let me tell you. After this mining is doing. So after mining, your nonce will change. At that particular nonce, you have target. You have reached to the target, right? So this is the thing will happen. You can try it. I think there is some side issue from their side. So let me try it again here. So this is the block. So again, this is the block. Again, one block you have mined. Then same thing you are going to create the again the block chain of the block, right? So this is the data. This is the generated hash. And this is the previous hash. Okay, this is the previous hash. We will be talking about this hash to the Bitcoin monetary policy, but this is the something you can see. This is the previous hash, nothing but the previous block hash. Because how you are going to connect these blocks, right? This is the linked list. I hope so. Those who are studying about the data structure, so you might heard about the linked list data structure. Linked list is nothing but it's a one node. There is a one, you can say that the data, and another part is the address part where you are going to link that whole link, right? So list is the, let's suppose there is a one node. How you are going to make these all nodes in a link? How you are going to make this particular set this all the nodes in a link way? So you are going to create the linked list. So this is nothing but the tell that thing ki this is the linked list which is containing the address. In the linked list we are maintaining the address of next node. In this we are maintaining the address, or you can say that we are maintaining the you can say that the hash of previous node. Okay, so here we are doing something reverse. Okay, so again this is the first transaction. Suppose this is a block, so I have done the one BTC. Then again I will mine this block. Let me see if it is working or not. This is not working, so I think there is some issue from server side. Yeah, it's a issue from server side. So yeah, it's mine. Cool. It's mine. You can see this is the green, right? So it's mine. Then what I will do, this is the one block is mine. And I want to again mine the second block. Suppose I have again, I want to done the, okay, I have done the some BTC. So okay, I have done the some mistake, but this is the example for you. We will cover in a little bit later. This is the second node. I want to again send a 2 Bitcoin to someone, right? So what I will do, I will again mine this. It is mining. Uh, you can see it's mine. Now see the thing. The hash of this block, the hash of this block number one is containing, is basically maintaining via this particular second block in their previous hash field. So previous is the nothing but the, this is containing the address of their previous. That's why I'm saying it is linked by this hash. Hash is very important. So you can see X72608 is the number we are changing due to the avalanche effect. All the particular hash will be changed. So that particular hash, that the particular generated hash, if that particular generated hash will reach to the below the target now, so that means you have reached the mine, you have done the work. So you can just you have mined the block. Okay, so you have reached the things. This is the target. So this is the BTC. So let me just quickly again mine the third block, and I want to tell you one thing. 3 BTC, then mine. Okay, cool. It's fine. Now I have done the one mistake. I written I like written the BTC Bitcoin spelling wrong. It is not BTC, it's a short form of Bitcoin. BTC at. Now I want to change this data. What will happen? This is the very like interesting question. I want to change this question. Oh, sorry, I want to change the data. Can I change? If you will change, what will happen? Let's see. This is all the link, right? Every hash is connected with their every particular previous field is connected with their previous block hash. So this particular previous hash, this is the particular previous hash. Let me change it. You can see. I have not removed the H from the BTC. I've just give the backspace, and then you can see all the nodes is pointing out via red. Then again I will do BTC. Then again pointing out because it's already tampered. So you will be thinking, okay, I will again mine it. But this it cannot be. You can say that the possible in a real life, because in a real life there is no any of one block, two block, three block. There is a many number of blocks, right? You cannot see like I will just mine this block. Let's suppose I have changed. Then again I mine it. Then I have to again this mine it, and I have to again this mine it, and so on. You cannot predict how much length of this particular this blockchain. So this cannot be possible in a particular at a real life. That's why we are telling key the data. You cannot tamper the data into the blockchain, because if you will be tamper the data, then all the link that is connected to this blockchain will disturb. So come back to our this all the things. Okay, let me start with my from this. Okay. So we have seen the blockchain related concepts. I hope so you have understand this thing by how we are storing the data into the blockchain. In the Bitcoin, we are storing the, you can say that in a Bitcoin, we are storing a transaction, or we can store the data also, right? So yeah, I have already mentioned a one very simple example. This will help you to understand how the blockchain is work, why we are using this immutable ledger, why we are not rely on someone. So let's suppose this is me, and I want to just purchase the pen from this particular store. The price of that particular pen is let's say 10 rupees, right? So I don't have any money. Okay, you can say that there is a something my relative shop and something. So what I will do, I will just tell my shopkeeper ki please maintain the one book where I have just maintained the transaction, and at the end of the week I will pay you. Okay, I don't want it to pay you daily basis. So and we are doing in generally in our day to day life. So this is me, and suppose I want to just purchase the 10 rupees pen from this store, and this store is maintaining a one ledger. Ledger is nothing but the book where he is just write downing all the things. Okay, I am this person has purchased these particular things, blah blah blah. So what will happen? I go. I will ask the thing. I will ask the pen for this particular shopkeeper. Please give me the pen. Okay, I will purchase the pen. I will not pay the thing. I will not pay the money. I will not pay the 10 rupees. What I will do? I will tell the shopkeeper ki please please write down this all the transaction means what I have done the one transaction that nothing but the I purchased a 10 rupees pen. Just write down then into the notebook. Okay. And we are doing, and generally we can see in our day-to-day life lots of shopkeeper is doing, right? They are maintaining one book, and there we are seeing this thing. Okay, this person has purchased this thing. But here's the trust issue. I am basically doing a trust. I'm basically trusting on shopkeeper. He's doing their work. He's doing his work honestly. In this case, I'm considering that shopkeeper is honest. Shopkeeper is honest. Shopkeeper is doing a work honestly. But what will happen if shopkeeper will not honest? Shopkeeper will not. Let's suppose write down the 10 rupees. You have taken up. I have taken a pen of 10 rupees. Now, shopkeeper will just write down 15 rupees, because there is some central authority. Now they have their own notebook. They can temper the data. Nobody will knows what is going on and all. Maybe some technical error and all we are thinking. And in this case I will be like कि, okay, खरीदा होगा कुछ like that type. So that's the reason. That's the reason I'm telling you कि there is some trust issue. So what will happen to this blockchain? If I will just ask if I will just purchase the 10 rupees pen now, suppose this particular shopkeeper is maintaining the blockchain. They are storing the every transaction, every you can say that the purchase things in purchase transaction in a blockchain. They are saving the purchase thing in a blockchain. So what will happen? Blockchain is containing immutable ledger, of course, containing a data that is immutable ledger. If somebody will try to temper that data, we have already in a few minutes ago we have seen the example, right? If I will just temper the data, na, so this will just change the whole the link. And if you are going to see the things like, yeah, I will mine the one by one, this would not be possible. So this is a real life example. That's why the ledger is means nothing but that's the database in which the public ledger where you can see the transaction easily. You can see the transaction. Anybody can see the transaction, right? We will be seeing. I will be speaking to the one website where you can see the transaction here. How this transaction is right. So this is the very important thing. That's the whole core of the session is on this: the crypto versus cryptocurrency versus blockchain. Okay. So cryptocurrency, let me just tell you one thing. We have like we are just living in India, right? We are in a, you can say we are using a fiat currency, that is our Indian rupees, right? Cryptocurrency is a, you can say that a digital currency. I have already mentioned this thing. Ki cryptocurrency, first of all, the cryptocurrency is mentioned, you can say that is introduced by a Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto introduced this particular cryptocurrency terms, Bitcoin terms, using the blockchain technology. Okay, they have not, he has not mentioned the blockchain, he has not invented the blockchain technology. He has invented the Bitcoin. He's the founder of Bitcoin, like the Bitcoin cryptocurrency term is given. So I have mentioned with highlight, Bitcoin is a protocol. Listen very carefully. Sometime you will be like thinking ki Bitcoin is a coin. Bitcoin is a protocol. Protocol is nothing but the something set of rules which has already defined and you have to work on that top of the rules. Right. So Bitcoin is a protocol. Don't try to say ki Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin is a coin because in that particular protocol, if you want to do the transaction, if you want to perform the transaction, you should have something that you should have some coin that is the native coin of that particular protocol. So that's why the Bitcoin coin is introduced. Bitcoin is a protocol. Okay. And I already mentioned that Bitcoin is a protocol and decentralized digital currency created in January 2009. Because after, if I'm going to talk, if I don't wanted to discuss these things more. But why this particular cryptocurrency came? Because in 2008, something Lehman Brothers crisis happened, right? Where lots of, you can say that the bankrupt thing, where all the money of the people has gone, right? So then that there is a some trust issues. Thinking people are just basically doing a trust on the okay, bank is the central authority. They are manipulate. They can manipulate your money. Of course, they can use their money. So why we are not? Why we cannot make these type of system where we are the author, or we can say that we are the controller of our money. We have the autonomy of our money. Can we create this? Then the Bitcoin concept has come. So peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It is the white paper which is introduced by the Satoshi Nakamoto. You can see. Okay, but it is a very interesting thing. Ki Satoshi Nakamoto is the mysterious person. It is still in the base key. It is a organization. It is the what do you say? It is a single person. Don't know, but it is saying ki one of the person Satoshi Nakamoto, the ID, the you can say that the ID of this particular person is not revealed. It is still in the mysterious phase. But the concept he has given, na, that is the game changer for the industry, right? So Bitcoin, we are seeing also currently. So Bitcoin again. I'm repeating this thing because it's very important. Bitcoin is a protocol. Protocol is nothing but a set of rules which has already defined, and you have to work on the top of that particular. Now, the second point I have mentioned that Bitcoin is known as a type of cryptocurrency because it uses cryptography to keep it secure. Of course, when you will be sending the transaction now, because if I'm talking about the data, hello, let's suppose I want to just send my friend one message, hello. So if you will be saying me ki yaar Aditya, it doesn't matter if he or she will for my data, it's generally hello now. But this is hello. What will happen if I will be just sending us some very confidential information? If what will happen if I want to just send some Bitcoin to someone, right? This is the something, currency is coming now. There is some money is coming. I cannot take a risk. So we have to secure the data also. Okay, we have seen this. We have you can say that the created the system where no central authority is responsible. But how will you be able to secure this data? We are saying the blockchain is secure. Blockchain is secure. So why we are saying this is the reason key. There is a some note. You can say that there is some block. We are using a consensus protocol, consensus algorithms to keep the secure for this thing. This is the main thing. Cryptography we are also using. So this is the pretty much about the Bitcoin. What is the cryptocurrency? What is the blockchain? So blockchain is the technology. So somebody will tell you, okay, blockchain. I have like recently, I heard from someone in my community. Somebody was telling me, I think, Aditya, cryptocurrency is going down, so I think blockchain career will end. Okay, it's not. Blockchain is something different. Blockchain is the technology. Cryptocurrency is the use case of technology. Is use case of blockchain, right? So don't mess up the things, because the concepts related to these two things now we have already sitting in our mind, right? So you should know about this thing. Ki Bitcoin is something, cryptocurrency is something different, blockchain is something different. I have already told. If I'm talking about the Bitcoin thing, so let's suppose you want to Bitcoin of course offers a lower transaction fees. If you want to send the money from one country to another country, you have to, if you are sending the money from one country to another country, now you have to pass it the lots of procedure via bank. Okay, it will take a lots of days, right? You can, if you want to just suppose send the 20 lakh rupees to someone who is needing urgently, you can't. You have to, basically you have to wait for the tomorrow bank will open, then I have to fill the form, then I have to give the some formality. There are lots of formalities and it will take a lots of time, day also, right? So that's why the timing, if you can say that the transaction timing, in case if I'm talking about, I'm not talking about that transaction timing in mining. I'm talking about the transaction time means ki the procedure you are following in traditional banking system, and the blockchain offer to promise lower transaction fees means ki they are taking a lower transaction fees. Try to execute your transaction in within a minute or within, you can say that the sort of amount of time, right? So this is the main motive of the, you can say that the cryptocurrency, where nobody is controlling your money, right? So monetization is also the very good example ki government has already government has a control, right? They can raise the value, they can down the value. If tomorrow our government will say ki this is the 10 rupees note will consider as a 5 rupees note, we have to agree, right? There is some central authority, but in the cryptocurrency this is not. So this is the thing. Let's talk about the Bitcoin monetary policy. Bitcoin monetary policy, it is something, some bit technical. So I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to just deliver these whole things into a very simple manner. Okay. So try to understand. Bitcoin monetary policy is something ki if you are creating a system now, you have to make sure this thing ki supply and demand. This is the basic economic thing, right? You have to maintain the supply of the things, supply of the money, right? Supply of currency. Make sure ki your particular consensus protocol, or your particular, or you can say that the protocol is following their, followed by the miners, or followed by the user, they are using their network or not, right? You have to make sure. How will you be able to do this thing? So Bitcoin monetary policy is introduced by Satoshi Nakamoto. So I'm like very, sometime I will be like shocked ki how anyone can vision, how anyone can see the this type of thing in a long term vision. Satoshi Nakamoto has that long term vision. Literally, I'm very shocked. Currently, I'm talking to you, but it's a very honor for me. Ki I'm talking about him. Ki yaar, he has given this particular concept. He has already thinks the lots of. He has already think on that time in 2007. I think 2000, sorry, in the 9 we Bitcoin introduced, but the efforts they were trying to just putting into this particular whole system, this system. That's the, I think, amount that we cannot predict that thing, right? So he has already think on it ki after 10 years it will happen, after 14 years if somebody will try to hack this thing, so we have to make these type of protocols like this. So they have mentioned, they have like maintained this thing ki they have given the monetary policy. Monetary policy is something which is completely followed by a software. What I mean to say software ki if we am talking about the real time, there is a some sort of rules of bank. So some central authority of the bank is make sure you are following, you are obeying the rules of the particular bank, right? But if I'm talking about the in this decentralized system, who will be taking about this thing? You are following the rules of this network or not? Well, so this is the monetary policy. This is the algorithm which is designed to insist you to follow this monetary policy, or you can say that the follow the some consensus protocol. So what is monetary policy? Monetary policy is something nothing but you are creating a Bitcoin, right? Every 10 minutes. 10 minutes is the average time to mine the block, right? To create the one Bitcoin or mine the block, right? So if you are mine the block, so basically monetary policy ki your every 10 minutes your Bitcoin is creating, right? Bitcoin is, you can say that, the generating. So after 4 years, or after I think 2,10,000 notes, 2,10,000 notes means ki there is a one, I have mentioned you in my in website, there is a one note. So like this, we have reached to the 2,10,000 notes, right? So 2 lakh, after 2,10,000 notes, your Bitcoin, your reward price will have, okay, whatever you have, basically I can say ki whatever the Bitcoin you have created in your system now, that will, okay. So what I mean to say, so see the chart I have mentioned here. So you can see the chart here. When the Bitcoin is introduced in Jan 2009, Genesis block. What is the Genesis block? So we have seen the one block in our practical practical website. We were using the one first block. So Genesis block is something but the first block of your blockchain, where previous has is 000, right? So we are calling it that as Genesis block. So this is the Genesis block. On that time, the reward is given to the miners is 50 Bitcoin, right? And the whatever the Bitcoin is generating in a network now, that will half after 4 years. So we are assuming this thing कि after 2,10,000 nodes, we will be having this Bitcoin. We will just have this particular Bitcoin. What I mean to say, see this table. This is the third gen 2009 Bitcoin loans. Block number is 0 because Genesis, and the block was giving on that time is 50 BTC. After 4 years, 2009 to 2012, means you can see after 2,10,000 block has mined, what will happen? Software, or you can say that the algorithm will make sure, will like, you can say that there is some such condition. I don't know what is the script is going on behind this, but I'm considering there is some such condition will meet, and what will happen ki your block reward will half, like this, by 2. So this is the basically monetary policy. Every, like you can say that every 4 years, your Bitcoin, you can say that your Bitcoin will be like halving. So that's why we are talking a halving, the halving. After 4 years, again 2,10,000 block reached block mine. Then you can see first halving took place at 28th November. Then second halving took place 9 July, where Bitcoin like block reward remained to 12.5 from 25 to 12.5. Then third halving took place on 11th May 2020, and we are expecting the fourth halving will take place between February 2024 to May 2024, where the block reward will be given to the miners, that is 3.125. So we are approximately this thing ki Satoshi Nakamoto has coded this whole thing, all the thing in such a way ki the supply of the Bitcoin is 21 million all over the network. Or I think I have recently see the one post on Instagram. So where mentioned, I think in 19 million Bitcoin we have mined. So I'm not pretty much sure about this particular data, but I'm just giving you this data. The 19 million, I think we have reached. We have mined the block. 2 million is remaining. So you can just go to the Google and make sure this thing. But I'm thinking is that 19 million we have mined, and total supply is 21 million. So we are expecting this thing ki on that particular time the reward will be giving to the miner is 0, but the transaction fees we will be like the transaction fees will be taking by the miners is very much high. So this is something that whole system is coded in a way ki, I think in a 2140 year, like 2140. Currently we are now 2022. In 2140, we will be expecting. This is expecting ki we will be reached to the end of the Bitcoin. Like we will have mined the all 21 million Bitcoin, and no one, like after this you cannot mine the Bitcoin. This is the thing. So I'm like pretty excited about this thing ki what will happen after 2140 ki Bitcoin will consider like a gold. I'm not thinking because it's a very few amount of, you can say, the resources like a gold. Gold is also into the very lack of things. So that's why I'm considering this thing. Let's see. It is very important. It will be a great scenario when we will be seeing ki 2140 reached, or we have already minted all the Bitcoin. At block frequency is something ki I've already told you ki the transaction time, or you can say that the mine the block to if you want to just do the transaction, if you are mining the block now. So the you can say that the time to mine the block is the 10 minutes, average 10 minutes. That's why it is very I know ki from you can say that the perspective of internet, it will take a lot, so it is taking a lots of time. But if you are comparing this from a traditional bank system na, so it's a very, I think, very because that's a very important thing from the perspective of someone who wants to just send their money from one country to another country, because they have to follow the lots of procedure. And this is nothing but they had I think I didn't try to send this money from one country to another country, but it will take a lots of time. Okay, so let's talk about the consensus protocol. So consensus protocol, it is very important to maintain the decorum in this network, right? What is we are going on, how we are mining the blocks, how we are basically following the rules of the particular that network. That's Ethereum is also the protocol, Bitcoin is also the protocol, right? So we are also doing this thing. So can we do this? Miners are following this thing or not? So consensus is nothing but the key giving the proof of your something you have done, right? So what I mean to say ki in a Bitcoin you are using a proof of work. You are saying what is the proof of work? So proof of work is nothing but the whenever you will be transferring the Bitcoin, whenever you will be transferring the money from one person to another person, so the transaction will be happening, right? So what is the we are saying that complex problem will solve by a miners, right? So what is that complex problem? So that complex problem is nothing but the I already mentioned you in a few minutes ago in a one website we have seen where we are generating a hash. So what is the complex problem? Complex problem is nothing but the you have to generate the lots of amount of hash. That particular generated hash should you can say that it should not a lie, it should lie between above the target. So every week, I'm not sure, but yeah, every week your target will set. Okay, the difficulty of your target will increase, your difficulty of your target will maybe decrease, depend on the algorithm how they are working. Like if the algorithm in the Bitcoin protocol is C, Bitcoin is mining very fastly, so it will increase the level of your, we can say that the target. So target is something that particular hash you have to basically generate the hash. Whatever you are generating the hash, na, that hash should lie above the sorry below the, you can say that below the particular that target hash. That's a very important thing. That we are telling you this is how proof of work is doing. So this is the below of hash you are if you will be able to generate the hash below of that particular target hash, na, you will be able to successfully mine the block. So proof of work is nothing but the you are giving the proof of your work. What I mean to say ki miners has to put the lots of things, right? They has to if I'm a miner, if somebody is miner, my friend is miner, right? So he has to spend a lots of things from the hardware perspective, from the electricity perspective, because if you want to mine the block, you have to basically spend a lots of amount of energy in a terms of electricity, in a terms of hardware, right? So this is a something you are giving, or you can say that you are uh, of course, there is a some expenditure, and you are investing to purchase the things and paying the electricity amount, right? So you are basically mining the blocks, right? Now you are mining the blocks. What will happen? Ki if I am a miner and I will be mining a block, so I have to give the proof to the network. That I have done this work. I have solved this problem. This is so. How will you be able to give the proof of your work? Okay, I have solved this problem. Suppose I am doing a one mathematics problem, right? So how will I be able to give the surety to my teacher? Okay, I am able to solve this question. So what I will do, I will give the, you can say that the something key. Okay, I have solved this particular question. That this is the proof. Okay, I have understand your concept. I have understand this method. So you have to like this. Give the proof of work. I have mined this block. I have validated, not a validate. Validate is something different, but I have mined this block. I have solved this particular problem. You have this is a particular complex problem. So what is the proof? So I am just you can say that the adding this particular block to the blockchain. This is my proof. Proof of work is making on basic. That's why we are saying that proof of work is working on the top of your these type of things. You are spending so much energy, you are spending so much to this. So from a hardware perspective also, so here all the person are you can say that they're competing with each other to mine the block. Okay, it's depend on how will you be able to mine the block faster. It's depend on the what's your hardware configuration. If your hardware is very higher, so you will be able to mine the blocks very quickly, because here is to solve the computation problem, and computation problem requires some hardware things, RAM, ASIC key. ASIC is also the one of the you can say that they're using for creating the hash things, right? So complex problem is nothing but if somebody will give you key complex problem, complex. What is a complex problem? Complex problem is nothing. Complex problem is nothing but the generating the various type of hash to lie. That particular generated hash should lie below the target. That is the proof of work. That is the, you can say that, the complex problem. Okay, so this is the proof of work. There is a lots of consensus protocol proof of work, proof of stake. So I have to just speed this session because it's a time limitation. So this is the Ethereum. Let's talk about the Ethereum. So Ethereum is another one of the game changing in the blockchain era, because in a Bitcoin you can only use the, I will ask you, I want to just send the money, so you can use a Bitcoin. Ethereum introduced something. Vitalik Buterin, he's the founder of Ethereum. Vitalik Buterin introduced these concept in their 19 year, I think. In his 19 year, he has proposed the one. You can say that the one concept. The concept is about key. Can we run the code on blockchain? We are currently storing the data on blockchain. We are currently storing the basically transaction on blockchain. We are storing now. Can we store the code on blockchain? Can we do it? So Vitalik Buterin has given this particular thing, particular concept, and on that time, the blockchain community was telling to him, it is not possible. On that time, lots of, I think I have read the one article. In that article, one person has mentioned exactly what has happened when he has proposed this particular concept. So lots of the miners or what the community members was saying it's not possible. There's a lots of issues and all. But now Vitalik Buterin has the potential. He has successfully, you can see that, deployed this whole project Ethereum. Now we are seeing Ethereum in our day-to-day life. One thing out in a day-to-day life means what? If I'm a software engineer, if I'm a blockchain developer, I have to, in a day life, I have to interact with Ethereum, and I am Ethereum lover literally. So it is a something vision. So it is like Vitalik Buterin is giving the some message to the community. If you are assuming something in this blockchain world in anything, try to execute it no matters if you will fail. So this is the, I am like pretty much about it, the blockchain, but due to the time thing I want to discuss lots of things with the Ethereum. But this is a something short introduction about Ethereum. But yeah, Ethereum has introduced the one another concept is key. You can make the decentralized application. Why we cannot make the decentralized application? Because Facebook, WhatsApp, and there are a lots of Twitter. It's also the application now. It's also the centralized application. Can we make this particular decentralized application where nobody will have the authority of their data? Users has the autonomy of his or her data. Can we do it? Yes, we can do it. So when the Ethereum will be possible. And we are seeing nowadays, we are seeing the NFT, ERC20, ERC721. This is nothing but the code of your Ethereum. So this is the thing. So it is the important. I want to just discuss if you want to do the development in Ethereum, you should know the Solidity language. You should know the Web.js things and all, because it's very important. Because if I'm talking about in Bitcoin you are using a Bitcoin script. In Ethereum you are using a Solidity to basically create the code and send this code, or you can say that the store this code on the blockchain. That's all. Okay. So this is the Ethereum whole concept is working, and it is very important thing. It's very I think very few lines, but it is saying lots of words. The Ethereum platform was founded with broad ambitions to leverage a blockchain technology for many diverse applications. Bitcoin was designed strictly as a cryptocurrency. So the vision of Ethereum is nothing but the it's not like a key. I want to just send the transaction. I have to just make the Ethereum for like proof of stake is working. What is proof of stake? We will be talking a little bit later. But proof of stake something like a advanced version of your proof of work. We will be talking some another lecture maybe. But currently you can search on Google proof of work. You will got a you will get a I think lots of articles related to proof of stake versus proof of work. But yeah, this is the something like Ethereum has a vision to build something that is game changing in a terms of you can say that the application in a terms of Web3 world. That's why you can say that Web3 world is emerging. Right. So this is the or Bitcoin was like that is strictly a cryptocurrency. Ethereum is not a cryptocurrency. Ethereum is also a focusing on cryptocurrency, but the main focus or the you can say that the role of the Ethereum is nothing but you can do the whatever you want. You are doing in a Web2, you can do on this particular era also. So Ethereum is the starting. Now there is a lots of chain is Polkadot, Binance, Solana. It's also the great thing, great chain, right? So you can search on this particular thing. This is very important. Blockchain trilemma. Blockchain trilemma is. Let me before going to start the blockchain trilemma now. What is the disadvantages of in Ethereum? So in Ethereum, there are it is a one big disadvantage is key the higher gas fees. I am a blockchain developer. If I want to just recently before I think 5 to 6 days ago, I was discussing with my client key I want to just deploy this particular contract on smart contract on this particular Ethereum blockchain. There are a huge amount of fees Ethereum network is charging. Right. So Ethereum is having a lot disadvantages. Key these Ethereum is not scalable because due to the gas fees. But the trilemma is what? So if you want to know this blockchain, Binance, not a Binance, but this Ethereum, Binance, and all these type of blockchain is good or not. So how will you be on which parameter you are going to judge these three things? There is a three parameters: security, scalability, and decentralization. So you can see in a first image. Let me just do it. You can see in a first image, Solana is basically you can say that the fulfill all the things. Solana is decentralization because scalability it has security it has. If I'm talking about Ethereum Bitcoin, it is decentralized. It has a security, but it's not scalable. Bitcoin is due to the proof of work, and Ethereum is due to the higher gas fees. But Solana, it's not. So that's why, but Ethereum 2.0 is coming. It's a very big update for the Ethereum lovers. Ethereum 2.0 is coming and assuming this thing in Ethereum 2.0 will take out the lots of changes into this whole things and we will be considering a second Ethereum 2.0 will able to fulfill the parameters of this blockchain trilemma. That is, it will provide the security, decentralization, and of course, the main thing is the scalability. Transaction per second. Solana transactions time is, if I'm talking about Ethereum transaction time, Solana transaction time is very much less as compared to Ethereum 2.2. That's why the lots of person are moving towards the Solana. But for Ethereum lovers, Ethereum 2.0 is waiting, and I am also currently is also waiting for Ethereum 2.0. Let's see what will happen when it will. So that's also like again what is smart contract. This is the last topic of our today's session. So it is very important because in Ethereum network, all things depend on you. Whatever you are doing in Ethereum network, the smart contract is the heart. Okay, if you want to run the anything on this Ethereum blockchain, the smart contract is the heart. Like this, the coding of your Ethereum, coding of your blockchain. So smart contract is nothing but the smart contract. Somebody will ask you what is smart contract. There is some very basic definition. Smart contract are simply program stored on a blockchain that run when predetermined condition are met. Simple. So what is smart contract? Contract is what? Keep some condition, some sort of condition is written in this particular smart contract. If I will be agreeing on this particular contract, then it will execute. Means contract will happen. Contract will execute like this. So what is smart contract? So smart contract is nothing but we have already coded some sort of you can say that the condition okay in particular language that is the solidity okay for Ethereum. So I have coded this all thing. What I will do, I will just basically uh, upload this particular smart contract on Ethereum blockchain. I will deploy this particular smart contract Ethereum blockchain, and that's the particular concept as given by the Vitalik Buterin key. Can we store the code? Can we run the code on blockchain? Yes, we can. With the help of this is the smart contract concept has come. So smart contract is nothing but this is the predefined condition we made. Suppose there is a one buyer and seller. Buyer wants to buy the something from seller and seller want to sell the something to buyer, right? So you have basically predetermined condition we have already we can say that the coded in a smart contract. You have to just stick on that particular condition and you will be able to see the thing. So so you can see key there is a one smart contract. Two parties are doing a smart contract without knowing each other. There is no any someone is you can say that the third party is coming in your transaction, your deal. And I want to just deal. I want to just make a deal. So somebody will not come into me and someone ki, okay, I will be responsible to do the deal ki, I will take out money from Aditya and then I will give the money to this person and then I will do that like this. Nobody. There's the particular person. You can say that the middleman is smart contract. So you have particular mention the condition. If that particular condition will meet met, so but some of sort of action will execute by the smart contract. So you can see this is typically are used to automate the execution of event participant. There are lots of theory, but it is basically the motive of smart contract is nothing but the is simply program that is stored on blockchain. It will run when particular condition met, and it will help you to automate the things. Okay, and I have already covered this third point. Ki Bitcoin use the Bitcoin script. This is the main reason ki Bitcoin is not using a, let's suppose I want to run the loops, right? So why Bitcoin will not be able to run the code? Because it's the reason ki Bitcoin script not support loops. There is a one loop na, so how will you be able to run the particular uh, application on the basis of like I want to just let's suppose I want to just perform this particular sort of action 5 times. So I will not write down that 5 times. I'm taking a 5 times. What if I want to run this 100 times? So I will use a loop. Ethereum used Solidity language. Bitcoin used Bitcoin script, but Bitcoin script not support no language. So this is the end of the session, and this is my message to all of you, Bitcoin blockchain community members. The blockchain is going to change everything more than the internet. Of course, Web3 world is something I'm expecting this thing ki it is the new internet world in which we are going to living in future. Metaverse is coming, NFT is already coming. Lots of companies switching from Web2 to Web3 because autonomy is very important of the user. And if user has the autonomy, so user you can say that they interact with each other very powerfully. But currently it is in an emerging phase. Try to be patient, try to understand the knowledge, try to gain the knowledge. Okay, Web3 opportunities in Web3 it's tremendous, right? You can do the lots of things, but depend on your knowledge. Try to identify the resources where you are getting the information, this particular information is correct or not, because blockchain technology Web3 is new. People are exploring and sharing their knowledge to the community. Okay, there is no such a 10 years technology where already some sort of things has verified. People are exploring, telling the community is verifying, okay, then it pass on so on to the mind to mind. So this is the pretty much about the blockchain. So thank you for your time, folks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Aditya. That was really an insightful session. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And this session was part of our 36-hour virtual hackathon conducted by CrossKnot Hacks. So, guys, you all can register with the link given in the description. Thank you.
Thank you.